Ever wondered about the famous TikTok pasta that's been making waves across the internet? Well, we're about to delve into this culinary sensation that has captivated millions of social media users around the globe. It all started with a block of feta cheese, a handful of cherry tomatoes, and a drizzle of olive oil. Simple ingredients that, when combined, sparked a pasta phenomenon like no other. This seemingly simple recipe has been hailed as the epitome of quick and easy home cooking. It has been shared, liked, and recreated countless times, catapulting it to an unprecedented level of foodie fame. You might have seen it on your feed, a baking dish filled with feta and tomatoes, followed by a tantalizing toss with cooked pasta. The result? A creamy, tangy, and utterly irresistible pasta dish that's as beautiful to look at as it is delicious to eat. But as with any internet sensation, the TikTok pasta has been met with mixed reviews. While many laud its simplicity and flavor, others question if it's worth the hype. Is it truly the culinary masterpiece that social media has made it out to be? Or is it merely a fleeting trend, destined to be replaced by the next viral recipe? Today, we're going to find out. We're setting out on a culinary adventure to recreate this famous dish. From the initial preparations to the final taste test, we'll explore every aspect of the TikTok pasta. We'll uncover what makes it so popular, investigate if it lives up to its reputation, and perhaps even discover a few ways to make it even better. So buckle up, pasta lovers. We're about to embark on a journey that promises to be as flavorful as the dish we're exploring. So, is the TikTok pasta really worth the hype? Stay tuned as we dive in to find out. Before we start cooking, here's what we need. First up, we've got a block of feta cheese. About 200 grams should do the trick. Next, we need cherry tomatoes, and we're looking at around 500 grams of these little flavor bombs. Olive oil, salt, and pepper are essentials, of course, for that base layer of seasoning we all love. Now, if you're a fan of garlic like me, feel free to toss a few cloves in there. Fresh basil adds a beautiful aroma and color to our dish, but it's optional. Lastly, pick your favorite pasta. I'm going with penne today, but you're the chef here, so you decide. Remember, this is your canvas, and these ingredients are your palette. So if you want to add a personal touch, go for it. Now that we have everything ready, it's time to get cooking. Scene script. First things first, preheat your oven. So we're starting off by setting our oven to bake at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Once that's done, we move on to the fun part, arranging our ingredients. Grab your baking dish and place your block of feta right in the center. Now let's create a sea of cherry tomatoes around it. Next, it's time to give everything a good drizzle of olive oil. Seasoning is key, so don't forget to sprinkle some salt and pepper. If you're a fan of garlic, feel free to add a few cloves. And for an extra kick of flavor, dried oregano or thyme works wonders. With everything in place, it's time for the oven to work its magic. Bake your feta and tomatoes for about 25 to 30 minutes until the cheese is soft and the tomatoes have burst. While the oven does its thing, let's not sit idle. Get your pasta cooking according to the package directions. Once it's cooked to your liking, drain and set it aside. Now, the moment we've been waiting for. Once the cheese and tomatoes are done, take them out of the oven. The aroma alone is enough to make your mouth water. Mash them with a fork to create a creamy yet chunky sauce. Add some fresh basil leaves and give it a good stir. Then introduce your cooked pasta to this beautiful sauce. Toss it around until every piece of pasta is coated. And there you have it. Your TikTok pasta is ready to serve. With the pasta cooked and the sauce prepared, we're all set to serve. This dish not only looks Instagram worthy, but smells heavenly too. In the next scene, we'll find out if it tastes as good as it looks. Stay tuned. Now for the moment of truth. How does this TikTok pasta taste? The anticipation has been building, and finally, it's time to dive in. The fork slides easily into the soft, creamy feta, scooping up a generous helping of the cheese along with a burst cherry tomato and a chunk of perfectly cooked pasta. As it hits the taste buds, there's an explosion of flavors. The tanginess of the feta, rich and smooth, is the first to make an impression. It's a bold, dominant flavor, but not overwhelming. The cheese's creamy texture melds beautifully with the pasta, coating each piece in a luscious, savory blanket. Then comes the sweetness, a delightful contrast courtesy of the cherry tomatoes. They've softened in the oven, their juices seeping out to join the feta and olive oil in a symphony of flavors. There's a hint of acidity there too, cutting through the richness of the cheese and bringing a refreshing balance to the dish. The pasta, the backbone of this dish, holds its own amidst these powerful flavors. It's cooked just right, al dente, holding its shape and providing a satisfying bite. It's the perfect canvas, absorbing the flavors of the feta and tomatoes, yet retaining its own subtle, weedy taste. And finally, the basil. It's a last-minute addition, but it makes its presence known. It brings a fresh herbal note to the dish, an aromatic undertone that ties everything together. So, is the TikTok pasta worth the hype? The answer is a resounding yes. It's a dish that's simple yet indulgent, with a balance of flavors that's truly delightful. However, it's not without its drawbacks. It's definitely delicious, but could it be healthier? Let's explore that. While this dish is a treat to the taste buds, it's quite heavy on the carbs and fats. For those seeking a more balanced or nutritious meal, there are a few tweaks and alternatives that can be made, but that's a conversation for the next scene. Until then, savor the taste and enjoy the culinary roller coaster that is the TikTok pasta. While the TikTok pasta is a treat, it's not exactly the most balanced meal. But don't fret, because there are numerous ways to turn this viral sensation into a more wholesome dish. Let's explore some of these healthier alternatives. Firstly, consider the cheese. Feta, while delicious, is high in sodium and saturated fat. To make a healthier choice, you could opt for a lower fat feta or even a plant-based cheese. These alternatives can help reduce the calorie count and still give you that creamy, tangy flavor we all love. Next, let's talk about the pasta. Standard pasta can be high in carbohydrates and low in fiber. A great way to up the nutritional ante is to switch to a whole grain pasta, which is higher in fiber and can help make you feel fuller for longer. For those following a low-carb or gluten-free diet, consider using chickpea pasta or zucchini noodles. Now, on to the vegetables. The cherry tomatoes in this recipe are a great source of vitamins and minerals. But why stop there? You could add some nutrient-packed greens like spinach or kale to the baking dish, or even some roasted broccoli. These additions will not only enhance the taste profile, but also significantly boost the nutritional value of the dish. Lastly, for those seeking more protein, there are a myriad of options. Toss in some diced chicken or shrimp for the meat eaters. If you're vegetarian or vegan, how about adding some tofu or beans? Either way, these protein sources can make your TikTok pasta more filling and balanced. Remember, these are just suggestions. The beauty of cooking is that you can always experiment and tailor recipes to suit your own dietary needs and taste preferences. Don't be afraid to get creative and make the TikTok pasta your own. With these tweaks, you can make the TikTok pasta suit your dietary needs and preferences. So go ahead, give these healthier alternatives a try and enjoy a delicious dish without any guilt. So that was the famous TikTok pasta. But what do you think? It's quite a sensation, isn't it? The simplicity, the flavors, the colors, it's all a delightful culinary experience. And the best part? You can whip it up in your kitchen in your own unique way. Experiment with the ingredients, play around with the flavors, and create your own version of this viral pasta. It's your canvas, and you're the artist. And while you're at it, why not share your creation with the world? Inspire others with your culinary prowess, and who knows, your version might just become the next viral sensation. But remember, it's not just about the taste. It's about the joy of cooking, the thrill of creating something delicious, and the satisfaction of sharing it with your loved ones. So go ahead, give this TikTok pasta a try, and let the magic of cooking unfold. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more delicious and easy recipes. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.